Hi Sage students and parents. Today during class I was asked to create a video to show how to use Microsoft Word when making a brochure and some other different types of final products. So today on this video I'm going to cover how to create bullet notes, a table, a chart, a brochure, and then how to turn the page into landscape form. So the first one I'm going to do is landscape just because that one's pretty simple on this computer. So you're going to want to go to page layout, and then where it says page setup, you're going to click the arrow, and this will show you whether you want it portrait or landscape style. So I'm going to pick landscape, and when you do this, it's going to make it the long way, so it's going to give you more space. This will be helpful when making a brochure. If I was going to make a brochure after turning it into landscape style, I would go into the columns and make 3. This would allow me to make my title page, which would be down here. So I'm going to click enter. Oops, sorry, I clicked too many enters. Okay, sorry. Alright, so this is where you would put your title. So, Sage Independent Investigation. And you can put this in the center by going back to home and center, and this would be by Miss Carrie. Then you can see that this would be your front, and these two sections right here and right here would be your back 2 pages. So this is the back page. This is your middle back page. Because you have to imagine this being folded, so there's a fold right here and a fold right here. Alright, if you need any help with this, just let me know, and you're going to want to make it double-sided, so keep pressing enter, and then it will do the same here, so this is going to be your other 3 pages. Alright, the next thing that I talked about was bullet notes. So I'm going to create a new document, so File, New, Blank Document, and now it's back to the typical portrait style format. If I was going to type in bullet notes, they have these symbols right here and they give you the different options. So if I wanted a dot, an empty dot, a square, this fun little colored one, the diamond, the arrow, or the check mark, I can do any of those. If I want to do something more personalized, I can go to insert, and then there should be an option on here for bullets. But I'm just going to do the quick and easy way. So I'm going to add a bullet. I'm going to type in, so investigations are due in 2 weeks. A works cited page is due next week, in addition to your final product. So this is how you would do, I can't spell today, product. This is how you would do bullet notes, and you keep going down. If you wanted to have just typing on top and the bullets below, you would do what I just did, so I'll back it up a little. So if you have your bullet notes, you just delete your bullet note twice, so push the backspace, and then you can just type in some information on top and then below as well. So next would be the table. So if you want to create a table, you're going to do insert, table, and then you can make it as big or as small as you would like. So if we're going to do multiple criteria chart, I'm going to put the criteria here. So if we're going to talk about different types of cocoa alternatives, I'm going to say it tastes good, it's cheap, it's locally made or grown, and it is attractive looking. Then you would put your options up here. So option 1, you would be specific and tell me what option 1 was, and then option 2 would go here. And that's how you'd make a table, and then you can rate them. So it tastes good, option 1, does not taste, or tastes good, and option 2 is not as much. Option 1 is more expensive, so I'll give that a 1. Option 2 is cheaper, so I'll give that a 2. And you can go so on. And then you even can do a total. And then option 1 equaled, and then, oops, option 1 equaled, and then option 2 equaled. And if you want to just enter like that, you can do that. As I said, I am going to be very flexible, and this would be very similar to the chart as well. It would be the exact same style. Alright, so that's how you would use Microsoft Word to help you with your final product. If you have any questions specific to your final product, just let me know, and I can help you out. Alright, thanks.